Good day, Green Beef here. We're going to be playing a little bit of Project Zomboid. This is a game that I have a lot of history with, being one of the original backers way back in the day on Desura. There's a lot of controversy with this game over the years, but you know what? I paid $7.99 for this. I have wasted $7.99 in far worse ways in my time. So, we'll discuss that over time. However, let's go ahead and start one. So I like to play on Survivor, because that's like the original experience. Muldraw is a good balanced start. It's the original map. And I like West Point, but it's very difficult. Lots of zombies. It is a more populated area, so factor that in. So I like to play as a veteran whenever possible. It gives you some perks, but also you need to take some negative traits to go with that to balance it out. So my go-to for this, since it's appropriate for the role that we're playing, is Restless Sleeper, because all of us veterans who have spent any time in, we got some problems with sleep. So I'd like to think a lot of that is from breathing problems, breathing in when we're burning the poop or trash or any number of things, or just, you know, the excess smoking, which we're gonna add that as well. So that buys us 2 points. Now I go one of two routes here. This time I think I'm gonna stick with the 2 extra points and pick Outdoorsman to be able to handle staying outside while looting a little bit better. Some of the storms in this game get pretty bad, so we'll go with that. I'm gonna play as a dude. I probably will not be playing as a woman, since it's not an MMO. I'm not gonna get extra loot. So we'll be Ryan Cooper here. We'll have hat hair. I can't be a ginger, that's not happening. Go with brown hair. We'll keep the chops, because why not? Go ahead and give myself a hat to go with the hat hair. And I don't like shorts, so I'm gonna go with some jeans. We'll stick with the rest. Here we go. So the objective of this game is not to live. Eventually you will die. It's to have an experience. Think of this more as, this will say shortly, this is how you die. You're painting the story of how one of these zombies that it's out in the world came to be. You're painting that story. You can play in the same world, so you may actually find yourself as a zombie and be able to loot it. Now you can kind of metagame that and go find your old safe house and reoccupy it. That's kind of fun, but I would rather just start in a new town and then keep bouncing around and advancing time. But let's get into it. Looks like I'm starting in a trailer because I'm a broke-ass veteran who didn't plan his finances very well, clearly. Oh god, I got long socks. That doesn't help me at all. So, you want to quickly get through your house, see what you've got. So, not a whole lot so far. There's a nice big-ass boat out there. So the orange soda is good. This can double as a water bottle once you drink from it. So I'll probably chug that thing in a bit when my guy gets thirsty and fill it up. We need to find some weapons, which we're not lucky on. Nails really don't weigh anything, so pick them up whenever you can find them. They're valuable when you get out there and you start building shit. Typically my goal is to hole up where I start and clear out the area, batten down the hatches, and start fortifying that neighborhood and building it out. I often don't get that far, so right now we're in a trailer, not a defensible position. So the idea is I'm going to take whatever weapons I can, which in this case are bread knives. I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my belt, and we'll take a fork and attach that to the other side of my belt. And this is what we're starting with. Time to move on. I don't really want to stock up on too much stuff right out the gate because I don't have a bag and I don't know how far I'm going to have to go to find a house. that I can actually hole up in. So that trailer over there, door's already broken in. You can see the hinges, you can see the wood. It's too many zombies for me to handle right there, so staying in the crouch position. I'm gonna come down through this clearing and check it out. I think there's a house down here if I remember right. I spent a lot of time on the Moldraw map back in the day. Alright, that's not a good sign. I can't really sneak through that, and I'm gonna trigger all of them as soon as I trigger one, so off we go. I think I'll take off to what we'll call the northeast. Guess I'll take on this one because I just activated him. That tree moves, so I'm suspicious of that. Good, we got a little execution move there. Start layering your clothing as much as possible. Take it from the dead zombies, put it on, put more on. It provides a little defense for zombie scratches or bites. You might luck out and not actually get bit. Or it'll have to go through your clothing first. That could be a lifesaver, because all it takes is one bite and you're done. You're done within 48 hours. I'm gonna try to break through this window. I was able to force it open, fortunately. I can get in here and loot this place. So a rolling pin is a better weapon than the knife. It's gonna be a little louder, but it's a blunt weapon. I can bludgeon them to death, hopefully. So while I'm here, I'm gonna start eating a lot of the fresh foods that are in the fridges and stuff. Canned goods are great, but you want to save those for the long haul, if you can survive that long. Eventually power and water will go out. Usually it's between 0 and 3 months. That's a randomly generated number. So pray to RNGesus. Alright, we got a frying pan. That's another good weapon we can use. Now it's time to clear the rooms. So we got an alarm clock. That's good. That'll let us tell the time. Make sure when you pick these up, you check to see there's no alarm set. That can screw you pretty bad later. Be careful by the windows. Pencils can be used as weapons if you want to John Wick it, but you get like 2 swings and that thing's broken. Alright, so drugs are good. Take all the drugs you can. Sheets are good for either A, covering up windows, or B, using as improvised bandages. You will need bandages because while you're out there, you can get cut. You want to cover that up as quickly as possible. And you're going to need to change those bandages frequently as well. So keep that in mind. Check these. I think I already did. Okay. Climb through this window. We're gonna get a move on. So this house is boarded up. That tells me there might be some goodies in there. The guy's got a sweet bandana. I don't know if he's part of the Bloods, considering it's red. Let's see if I can get in here. If I had a hammer or a crowbar, I think I could get those planks off of that, but I do not. So we'll try to force one of the windows that is not boarded up. Come on. Come on. Shit. So I essentially jammed that window closed. Now I can try other windows here. That one's a no-go. Oh. Let's see if we can get this one out. You open the window, they'll come flopping out. Yeah, that one's fucked too. Alright, well, that house is a no-go. Check dumpsters, check boxes. I'll get a lighter. Good, I'll need that when I find smoke so I can keep my anxiety levels down. Find candy in the garbage like a hobo. It's good. Okay, so garbage bags. or a good improvised container, so like a backpack. You equip that in your secondary and use that. Got a metal pipe, that's a far better weapon. Way more durable. I can beat people in the face with a lead pipe all day, and it will probably not break. Alright, we activated that guy, we gotta take him out. If they're down, try to curb stomp them. Save your weapons. I think I like that rock t-shirt, so... Actually, no, I won't take that. That is full. There's clothes on the floor. So the zombies beaten on windows will draw in other zombies. So you can bank on them congregating, and that's how you get hordes. It kind of happens naturally in the game, which is pretty cool. Yep, you want to check behind you every once in a while. Looks like I'm going in for a fight here. If I don't take these out, I gotta break line of sight, but I'll probably aggro kind of other zombies in the process. So I'm best just fighting. Early on, there aren't that many, so you can take these chances. Make sure you loot, because they can find maps like this, which I'll check when I get to some kind of safety. Take that. Earbuds are good for radios later. Ah, and this is why you check bodies. We got a pistol with ammo. Now we'll have to check that in a bit, but this game works a little differently from most. You don't just have magical friggin' magical magazines that appear out of nowhere and then you have like a bazillion magazines. No, you actually have to load magazines with rounds and then load magazine into the weapon and rack the slide sometimes. It's interesting. So can I take the flag? I wish I could take the flag. Go ahead and put that up in my new base later. Alright, looks like we've got a clearing we can cut through. Just to show you the pistol mechanics. Actually, we've got this bag. Put that in my secondary. Now, I have it as a container. So, I can take all this extra shit that I'm not using. Stick it in there. This will reduce my weight overall. And will also declutter my inventory. So, let's get rid of all this stuff. Go ahead and eat the rest of my ice cream because I'm a fatty. There we go. You see, I'm well fed. Now I'm gonna drink, let's say, half of my orange soda. I need all that yellow 5. So you do have previous safe houses and stuff that will randomly be here, where this one burnt down. Probably cooked this chicken too long. So the walkie-talkies are what I was talking about with the earbuds. You will need that because that'll keep it so you can only hear it and it doesn't project any sound. The sound is your enemy. Stealth is your friend. Alright, looks like there's a couple of things not totally burnt up. Nothing good in there. So we got anything? I think this place is spent. Yep. Being a little reckless going in and out of here. Kind of dipping in and out. Normally you want to be a little more cautious. Should be able to cut through here, take out that guy. I don't trigger that group over there. told he's got a thick head. There we go. So there's a couple up here. I don't see any houses or anything. There is not any better. I'm gonna cut down here through the trees, since they won't have line of sight of me. If they do, they'll get stuck in the trees a little bit. I want to check that body. Normally these ones that are already dead are pretty good. V-neck sweater on, because again, layering is your friend. More pieces of clothing you can get, better chance you have of surviving one mistake. Because that's all it takes. Okay, digital watch is better. So we'll get that. That will tell us the temperature and the time. So again, check to make sure there's no alarm set, because that will screw you. Let's see what we got. Nothing good. Okay. Gotta watch out for trees. You can cut through them, but there is a chance that they will scratch you, and you might get an infection from that. And that may be the end of your playthrough, just from walking through a tree. This game is not friendly. So this guy over here has something stuck in his back. I think it's a screwdriver, but that's another good source of weaponry. Oh, she's got something in her shoulder. Time to get the fuck out. I can take them on, but not all at once. Come on. Ooh, getting lucky there. Make sure you check your back every once in a while, because that's how you get fucked in this game. There we go, 2 down. Ooh, okay, that could have been way worse. Wallets don't really aren't handy. Hand forks are good, because you need that for gardening later. Make sure you select your container, and then anything you loot will go directly into the container. It'll save you a lot of time. So I'm being kind of reckless with my looting. I need to be careful. Jackets. Pick it up, put it on. I don't care if it's bloody right now. I can wash that off later. Oh, shit. There we go. So West Point map isn't really useful right now, but that is another town, and that will come in handy later. So this looks like a little cabin that we can clear out and hopefully make this our safe house. So we'll clear out around it. Come on, die already. So I like to clear the exterior first. Oh shit. So this might be doable if I draw 1 or 2 at a time, but if I draw that entire group, I'm gonna need to beat feet. Get a little distance between me and the enemy. Let's see what I can do here. Alright, perfect. Opening the window on them is great. This is another town's map. Because then they'll just come flopping out, and then you can easily kill them. Alright, closing the window. Alright, we're in. We're fairly secure right now. We'll call it right there. Appreciate you hanging out. And until next time, Green Beef out.